Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video, and we start today's video roughly where we left off in the last video, that is in Lichfield. But as you can see between the last video and this, things have changed. So after I finished the video, I was looking at this section and trying to figure out what can I do to improve and just sort out the mess that I actually left at the end of the last video. And I've come up with this. Now, it may look like 4 tracks doing really weird and wobbly things, but 2 of those tracks, the furthermost tracks, are actually stations. So that is a station which will allow me to turn trains around. Now, the idea is a train will come in, a freight train will come along, peel off to those tracks, go through, go up to the drop-off point in Lichfield, reverse back down the track, stop on the opposing track on that station, turn around, and then continue on their way to New Romney. So that allows me to have only 2 freight trains running in theory. I'm not exactly sure how this will work. Or sorry, 2 freight trains, 1 freight train running to actually accommodate 2 cities. Again, that is just the theory. I have no idea if this is going to work in practice. In today's video, I'm going to finish neatening up this area, plus run you through a couple of other ideas that I have, and then get to work with a solution that I have thought of for my Litchfield going back and getting stuck around Early problem and not having extra traffic building up there. I do know that there have been a couple of comments about this, but I think I have a solution. And after the intro and after cleaning this little bit up, I'm going to show you that solution and possibly try to implement it. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started. And I think the solution in the real world would be a little costly, but it might just be worth it. Okay, so first thing that obviously I need to do, I'm going to leave this bit. However, I'm going to build this road. I think it is about time I actually built up this particular road. So the way I am going to do this... See, now part of me thinks that having the grass or the hedgerow there is actually a good idea, but I think it might just be better for me to just delete the hedgerow and see if I can just about fit the road in, which I do not think I'll be able to do, because this is going to have to be a main road, and I'm fairly certain that main roads, yep, will not fit. So I do have a potential cheat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to break that, and I'm going to have to break that and that. However, I want this shape. This is the shape that I want of the road, roughly. So what I could do is I can use the copy tool and take all of these segments, the move tool, not the copy tool. This is possibly not going to work. Pause the game, because that is probably key to this. Ignore validation, and then attempt to move it and see exactly... Oh, there it goes. It's doing something. So, something is not right there. Let's do absolute instead. Oh, wait for all the lag, the crashes, everything to get completely confused. Okay. Still segments. Yep. It doesn't know that I have these selected. Okay, let's cancel that. Go back into it. Possibly should take out the first segment on each side. That's probably a smart idea, because they may be getting in the way, trying to connect up to the road or something. Ooh, I've just found a bug. I've just managed to... Right. Wait. Stop. Those segments no longer exist. Do not demolish them. Just do this. It might have just been easier to... It might have just been easier to move it. Not that way. No, the opposite way. Can you move it that way for me? Yes. Yes, you can. Excellent. So, I request minus... This isn't right. Relative. Do that relative again. Reset. -1. -20. There we go. Now it is moving. Okay. Not quite as much as -24. Or 22. Not as little as 5. Deselect that one. I think that should do the trick. Move it. Oh dear. No, it moved. There we go. So now what I need to do is effectively just do exactly this. Let's see how large a road I can fit on this, just in case I need to upgrade this road massively. Let's say I needed a road this large. Will it fit? No, is the answer. So in order for me to sort that out, I should probably budge this along just a touch more. Come on. Eventually I got this to work. This is what you call finding a complicated solution to a simple problem. That much? Maybe a little less. Can I bring that back just a touch? Six will do. There we go. Okay, now I can put, if I wanted to, just about we could get a large road in here, if that is what I need. However, at present, what I am going to do is place this one in. So have that run along, like so, and then sort of join up roughly there. So it isn't quite on the old right of way, but it is close enough and runs alongside. I'm also going to fix this little bit because I'm not too keen on that one. This one can be up to the right of way. There we are. So that is that. I suppose you can... No, I'm going to get rid of you. There we go. So that can join on... Where will that... So this joins on just here, which it can. Then I can do some weird stuff here, maybe even have some extra industry there, should I want it. And I can run some new bits there. at the same time, I think this needs to become actual road. Leave those ones. And I'll redo this bit here. So upgrade this to a standard road, please. Along with that junction. No, is that junction not happy? Apparently that will do it. There we go. So that is now a standard road. That bit does not need to be. Is that a main? Is this one a main road? Yes, it is. It's going straight through Lichfield. So realistically, this should also be a main road. Why is the construction not possible there? Oh, right. That is going to need fixing. That much is for certain. That already is a main road. Can I make this road wider? I wonder. Possibly. I'll have to consider that. I'll certainly have to consider making that road wider. Okay. So that is that bit. That is that bit done. Next up is going to be locking these roads down. No, let me put the rest of the roads in and connect up all the other little bits. So you connect up to there. That looks fine. That looks fine. I'm actually going to have a road that goes off here that looks sort of comes up along the railway or alongside the railway. In fact, why don't we just have it run exactly like that alongside the railway? That works. There we go. Why not? That appears to be reasonable. And then inside here I can have... Oh, there goes my voice again. Inside here I can always do... Let's do that. And... Shall we say... That, and a final one like that. There we go. Looks a little bit like Tetris right there. So that bit is done. That bit is done. I probably should be adding a few more roads in these areas. Whilst I'm at it, I might as well. So, in effect, we want this road to continue in this direction. This would be a main road. Can I upgrade some of these roads then? Hang on. Hang on a minute. If I upgrade some of these roads like that, and maybe that bit did not need upgrading. There we go. So up to there. And say, oh, construction not possible. Right, some of this is going to need reworking. So that's a main road going up to the bus station, and then we have this side road here, which potentially, as I said, can continue in this direction, like that, connecting up just... Actually, I have another idea. I'm not going to let this connect just yet. Not there, anyway. I have other plans. Sure, do that, and let's not do that. Let's leave that like that for now. I have another plan for this area, and that revolves or involves not having this connected at this point in time. Okay, that looks all right. This bit has all started filling up. We could could I have a park here? I think that could end up being a park. Can I run this? Oh, I can do this whole thing about running roads alongside now. In that sense, this is quite good. Could this be a main road? I think that should be a main road. Upgrade, please. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. There we go. Like that. Connect this right the way round up to that junction for now. Sure. And then let's work this out. So I want one. This is where the house assets will come in handy. So you just figure it out by doing this, placing a couple of houses, and that gives you roughly the distance that you want. Sometimes I just give it a little bit extra. Of course, it doesn't particularly matter. And then that, and straight to there. This one can be right. This one will go like this. Hang on, no. Stop. This one will go straight out like that, and then that. Whilst this one will go here and then there. Excellent. That works. Similarly, I'll have this one go like that and then like that, so it matches sort of that bit there. And I can have, let's see. Should I have it go across, or should we have a little... Let's have a little estate sort of area like that. That is probably better for a residential estate. Give some room there like that. Yes, that looks better. And then I just have to do this little bit, which should be fairly easy. All I do is that. That will do. It can just be that. Okay. So Litchfield now has more space to grow into, which is good. I wasn't planning on doing this, but whilst I'm here, I might as well. And of course, all of this needs to be locked. I wish there was a way to just lock it all as you are building it, so it just starts locked. That would be excellent. Somehow I didn't lock those, but nothing built on them. Shocking. There we go. Now, that should, in theory, avoid them building way out here, but you never know. So I'm just going to lock these anyway. That should be enough. That should be enough, yes. Now, I'm not going to lock those two for a reason, and that one is probably going to be demolished in a minute or destroyed in a minute. So, that is done. Good. I will now destroy that bit, as I said I would. And, as I've mentioned before, it was pointed out... Oh, I should probably delete these. It was pointed out to me that it is a bad idea for me to be using all of these bushes as actual streets because of performance. So what I should be doing is I should be looking for this as Is it a hedge? Yes. I should be doing it like this, just like I've done the fences. So that is what I'm going to do. So from here, I'll do that. I'll give this a little bit of room. Does this take a little bit longer to do? Sure. But I think in the long run, since it has been recommended, this will probably be the correct way of doing things, especially as things start building up significantly. What I probably will be wanting to do is ensure that I do not have any unnecessary assets, as it were. For this one, I will have to just do this because I already have it. There we go. So that does that, and then I can literally go here and run from there. Straight down to there. And do the exact same here. Now, one thing that is good is that these assets snap to... They snap to the any streets or anything. So it does make it easier to actually change them around. Quite useful. Alright, let's go ahead and do this bit. So I could have buildings on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give it some room. And I'm just going to make an assumption that when this was done, it wasn't done exactly following every tiny little contour. It's just done roughly. They bought a piece of land, they matched the road, then bought the piece of land and decided, yep, that will do. And so we have that there. And exactly the same as before. We'll go from there, a straight line down. Let's go to about there, shall we? Okay. So, it looks almost the same, but it just works a little better, which is great. Okay, let's go ahead and play. No trouble. What is going on here? Which one are you? Do you just go to... Hang on a minute. Do you just stop? You just stop here. And you go to Ely. Of course, you go to Ely. You go to... Okay. That is fine. Right. Back to the idea. Ignore this bit for now. Obviously, this is still going to require work as we go over towards New Romney over here. Oh, by the way, plan in motion right here. I've left this here to remind me exactly of what I need to do in this area. Bonus points to anybody who actually can figure out what that U-shape or arc means in terms of what I'm going to do in this area, but that is a marking for me. So, I've been talking about getting it running all the way, getting trains running all the way to Ely and then stopping and then turning around and all of that mess. Somebody, I think, suggested that I run a train into this yard and then pick up goods from here. That would be great if I had the whole waypoint option where I could go through any platform. I do not, and therefore that makes it almost impossible for me to do properly. Also, I'm having some really odd bits cropping up where housing is building inside of these, and I do not know why. I have absolutely no idea why that is now a thing. Wasn't a thing before, now it is. And it is concerning. Ely clearly needs more areas built. So I think the next bits will be I'll fill in this area and perhaps this entire area. Although it still has, look, there's still room here to expand. Maybe I should just get some bus routes out here. Let them do that. Similarly, there is some room that I can fill in here, put a road along here, although that road probably has taken that place, but I will, I think, put a road along here. And yes, Ely is getting rather large. West Mersey is also filling up very, very quickly. And is this all okay? Yes, this is all alright. Did you not drop anything off? Or have these lot just picked it all up already? Hang on. No, nothing is being transported at the moment. M-A-R-A. Which one? Who are you? Who are you and what's he? Oh, you're the marshalling yard one. Never mind. Yeah, nothing for West Mersey goods. Why? That is weird. It's right here. Why is that a thing? I think that should be a little closer. Potentially. Just to stop all the traffic. Although it's still working. Anyway, stop being distracted. Back to what I was talking about. Yes, so I was looking at all of this. However, I've had a look at the map. I've had a look at the tracks that I have and what is and isn't being utilised and what the best way would be to get things over to here. And here's my plan. I will have two... Right, where do these ones go? So this gives me access to 5 platforms, which is not bad. 5 platforms right there. In fact, very easily I could get me access to a 6th and 7th platform without too much trouble. And all of those 5 platforms are accessible from these 2 lines right here, which is good. Because what I am planning to do, and I'll just put this with some ballast right now, is build a spur like this to start with. Okay. Now you might be wondering, well, hang on, what is that going to do? What that is going to do is it is going to allow me to potentially, maybe I'll have to cross, I may have to cross this first, but what I'm going to do is climb up, go across, loop this way on a viaduct, over this, and down into here. And then use this track to go to Lichfield. There's the plan. I'm about to try it. Of course, before I try it, I'd like to have a memory of what this looked like before my mess. So I shall go ahead and take some screenshots just to ensure that I know what I'm about to mess up. So there's that area. And here is, let's go ahead and get this area too. There we go. That is this area. So in case I ever have to try to go back, this is going to be my potential way back. So let's go ahead and plan this up. The first thing I'm going to have to do is make the spur. Now, the option I've got is either I cross over all of this and connect in this side, or I use this tiny bit here. this tiny farmland, instead of cutting into any of this farmland, use this tiny bit right here to actually make my spur. So as you can see, that starts peeling off in that direction. If I make a peel off here, start moving up, get up on the bridge, cross over this, across this way, best as I can, then make the turn, that should do the trick. And best of all, it will not get in the way of anything. That is really, really important. So, here goes the attempt. I'll clean bits of this up afterwards. But let's first start by giving myself a little bit of space. So that is the space that I need. Yep, that looks like a decent amount. Actually, I might need a bit further. Might need to be a bit further away than that. Let's do that. Okay, good. Now, we'll have it peel off like that. Single track, I'm sure will be fine. And then begins, so we'll bring that back there. And now begins the climb. Do not, no, stop it. Stop. So you know how I said earlier that this new snapping tool was really useful? Now it isn't. Now it is just annoying. It's going to look like that. And that is not that bad. That is actually surprisingly easy. Can I make the bridge earlier? I can. That was surprisingly easy. And that now has me concerned because it was that surprisingly easy. I should have really paused this. Build it. Pause this. Okay, it is a little close. But nothing... Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, that is fine. Right. Let's now flatten this out. There we go. That's fairly, I mean, that's a reasonable size viaduct, right? So, we are up on the viaduct. We are now flattened on said viaduct. And we are now going to attempt to make the crossing. With all sorts of problems. Okay. I can do this. I can figure this out. We might need to do a bit of cleanup. But overall, that isn't bad. That is not that bad at all. So that's kept that fairly straight. Apparently it also... Oh yeah, I have problems with this, don't I? Should really put some 5 mile per hour track in now instead. Okay. Still a good height. And we are continuing in this direction, but we are going to turn in just a moment. So... the problem we're about to face is... How do I keep this in a straight... I cannot keep that in a straight line. What I can do, though, is perhaps bring it over a little earlier. No, because I wanted to build an industry here. I want an industry there. That is why I've left this little bit, because there used to be an industry when the map generated, and I do want to bring that industry back. Let's try and parallel this place, this road. Build that. Okay. And then have... Is that a bit too much? Possibly. Oh, wait. No, I have an idea. Somebody mentioned this about switching bridge types. And I have seen that happen myself, so they were correct. I've seen this happen. Right, let's see how this manages across here, though. It is managing, and it honestly, having elevated track for a period of time like that is not entirely unrealistic. I am going to try and lower it down a bit. I'm not keen on all of it being elevated, but what I'm going to try and do is I'm actually going to try and turn this into like an embankment in places, and then bridge, an embankment and bridge. And if I can manage that, that will be excellent. Okay, that's plenty of room. That is plenty of room. And then start bringing it down. Actually, before I bring this down, so this is all at the same height from where? I think from here. Yes, from here it is at the same height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the marker node. I'm going to try and grab the right thing, which is going to be more difficult than... There we go. Tracks only. That's good. And I'm going to drop it by 2 meters. Do not check collision and limits. Do not protect any of that, but auto delete the marker, sure. I lifted it by 2 meters. I'm an idiot. Let's try that again. I'm now going to drop it by 4 meters. That looks a little better. Now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same on this side. By 2 meters. Okay. That still looks... I'm just waiting for a train to get underneath it, so that I can see this properly. Are you going to be carrying anything this time? No. Dear me. There is plenty, and I do mean plenty, of room here. I could potentially lower this an extra meter. And this is important because in doing so, A, there is going to be less for a fully laden train to climb, and B, it means that an embankment is much more viable as opposed to a viaduct. So we'll grab that there. Okay, here we go. Ramp equalizer. Do not bother checking any collisions. That was really fast. And I think that is a good height. Yes, that is a good height. Even if we had trains that... Even if we had another half a train on top of this, that would be fine. That also means that this is not as as difficult for it to bring itself down, as you can see. It's a little steep, but realistically, that is not too terrible. All I need to do is get this correct by starting to drop it. No, this will be fine. I'm just going to check what speed I can take around this. 20 will be fine. 25, 30 is fine. 35 is fine. 40 is also fine around this. So that, to me, indicates, yeah, that will be all right. What I need to do is I just need this not to run like that. I just need this to get to the ground. I just need this to get to the ground a little bit faster. There we go. It's a very... This isn't the most gentle of gradients. In fact, I am tempted to drop this another meter to help. I'm going to try it. But for this one, in order to check, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to mark here, drop by a meter there, and then here. Drop by a meter there, equalise between them two. Still fine. Can I drop another meter? I think I should be able to. One more meter down should be all right. It's going to be... I am sort of cutting it a little bit closer than perhaps I would want to, or would ideally want, but it isn't bad. That is as low as it is going to go. Yes, no lower than that, please. I just need to check to make sure all of this is going to be all right. So that has been another 2 meter drop. You can clearly see it there, and that should still allow things to cross. But it just gives me that slight extra room. Oh, I need to add a brake van. Somebody didn't tell me this. You haven't added a... Oh, wait, check. No. Oh. Coaches, trains everywhere. That is also fine. Add a brake van to this before I forget. Edit. Brake. There we go. This one. And just add a standard brake van to the end. Job done. There we are. Brake van. Good. Yes. Low bridge. Doable. Let's go ahead and do the rest of this then. So, no, not marking there. That's wrong. Let's go ahead and do the rest of it from... Where's the dip? Right here. Mark it, please. There we go. Drop. So I dropped it another 2 meters. It is low. But will it be okay is the big question. I mean, it doesn't all... I'm saying this as if all of this has to be exactly the same everywhere. Obviously it doesn't. There we go. Right, check all of this. Absolutely fine. I think that is absolutely fine. There's plenty of clearance there. This looks okay. Maybe, well, no. If a train can get under it, then why can a vehicle not? I'm going to cheat here and I know what the future holds. Not that. I know what the future holds. It isn't here. Here we go. Car? Right. Car, vehicle, buses, trucks. There we are. That just tells me quite clearly it is absolutely fine. Even a really large truck can very easily get under that. Just checking if there's... Nope. Of course an Isuzu is going to be able to get under that. There we go. Not a problem. Not even the slightest hint of a problem. Good. So, now that that is done, I can start working out what exactly or how exactly I want this to be. Now, this could be a main road right here. Oh, wait, no. First off, how about I fix this? So, from here, please, to here, please, and go ahead and ramp equalize. Perfect. There we go. That actually is looking reasonable. Let's go ahead and upgrade these because I know that sometimes this gives me trouble. So I'm just going to try and upgrade this to 5 mile per hour track. It's on the bridge that it gives me trouble, but it appears to be working today. Okay. Viaduct or embankment here. So I could do a viaduct up to about there. Sorry, an embankment up to about there. Have a bridge. Back to an embankment. Maybe even have another little bridge to get road cars underneath or something like that. And then maybe just this section here can just all be bridge. Potentially. Oh, also need to check. Let's make sure this actually now can reach the ground. That is reasonable. Perfectly reasonable there. I would like to... Let's check the maximum speed I can get out of this. Speed limits. 20 is fine. Did I say I could get 40 on this before? So let's try 35. 35 is fine. 40 is fine. Because I'm considering tightening this curve up, making it a 30 mile per hour curve. Tightening it up. And just hoping that that works. Because that will make it a lot easier. Let me try a tighter curve just from here. Right, is it because it is trying to do that? Can I? Apparently not. What is going on here? Okay. Brain, just do this and try a tighter curve. Okay, height issues? I think it might be to do with the height. So, easily fixed. Temporary measures, once again. Let's just bring this up fairly high. There we are. And then flatten that out. Say I want to... Okay, much tighter. I know about the bridge pillar collision, which is fine. Because I can very easily clear it like that. I know this is really high up, but I'm just looking at that curve there, which looks completely possible. That looks entirely possible. The only thing is going to be that I need this to... It will be a tighter curve, but less room to get the train... Okay. Okay. Let me try... We'll get back to this bit because we are coming up towards the end of the episode. So, what I'm going to do is I can always turn this back, so have a look at it now. Everybody have a good look at this viaduct. This is what it looks like. What I am now going to do is make adjustments. And I'm not going to break this bit, but I am going to break this bit. I'm just going to break that bit there. And then this section here up to there. I'm going to replace it with 40 mph track. That is, thank you autosave for telling me that it's coming up to the end of the episode. I know this because I just said this. I may get myself a faster CPU. I think if I get a faster processor, things will be looking up. This processor is now, what, 5 years old? Something like that. I think it is about time I upgraded. The question is, what do I upgrade to? What kind of money do I wish to spend? Yes, I use my machine a lot, but things have gone up in price quite a significant amount. So, the alternative is to do this. So I'll have a viaduct, an embankment like that, which, by the way, this is fairly realistic. If you ever drive down the M1 motorway, there are sections of track there are sections of the motorway where the track is about, the railway is about that height, and then it does climb up to fairly high up like this, only to come back down, or cross over and then go over the other side. So that is it is realistic. I'm also going to break, because I know where this goes, I'm going to break that and that, and then break from here to, let's break from there to there. Put some 40 mph track back in there. Again, with an embankment. So if there were houses here, again with my houses check, this would be significantly above the houses. I mean, that is a significant height above a house. Actually, not so significant. Because if we're looking at a 3-story house here, it is so... No, not that significantly high. But again, I could very easily build... I also picked the lowest bit. I could very easily build... Now at this point, I could say, well, let's go ahead and I'll just demonstrate it here. Should this work? Between this and this, we'll do that. 40 mph seems to be working very nicely here. That wasn't the one I was after. Possibly that as an option, or how about that? Naturally, I'd probably bring this a little closer on either side. In fact, what I will do is let me put this one back in. Small idea to finish this. Good old track splitter. Where are you? There it is. Let's split the track right there. Delete that bit. Split the track right there. Delete that bit. Again, another excellent mod. There we go. That there. That there. Now we have a smaller section for the bridge. Not a road. There we are. Why is that? Why has that happened now? Why is this now a thing? Alright, well, fine. If you want to do that. Track splitter, once again. Right there. You can go away. That should fix it. That does fix it. Good. So we can either have a bridge like this. Obviously, take a little bit of meddling around to get it working properly. Or we can look at... That looks more like a footpath, I'll be honest. Maybe not the bridge that I want. Let's have a look at various other ones. No. 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 Oh. Hello. This is a nice looking... Why have I not used this anywhere? This is lovely. This is a very, very classy looking bridge. I need to use this bridge somewhere. That bridge style has to be used. What was it? That. No. No. And another one? I did not mean to do that. It looks great, but I did not mean to do that. Every time. What is going on now? It must be something to do with the slight... I'm just going to give it a slight bump on the bridge. That isn't... Which one of those are these? Also, I have no idea what these are all supposed to do. These are clearly supposed to do something, but I just do not know how they work. That's just standard bridges of specific types. So where are these not categorized? These must just not be categorized. That does look good. So there's an option. There's one option. That is not an option, nor is that. This kind of bridge could be an option if I can get it working. No. Those are too low. I cannot get that working around a curve, unfortunately. Those ones do not look right. Now we're back to these. This one could, again, if I can figure out how to put some arches down, sorry, not arches, some supports down, bridge supports, then perhaps I could do that. Here we go. These are probably the ones we want. Cantilever beam truss bridges. These are the kind of ones we want. So if I can figure out how to get these working, like for example use that and put some manual supports in, then I think that could be quite a useful one. But I'm going to leave that up to you. So you tell me in the comments what kind of bridges do you think I should use, and I shall do my best to actually use them. In the next video, we'll finish that bit off, connect that up to there, get this line running to Lichfield. I will probably work out the line over to New Romney as well whilst I'm at it. I'm sure I can figure something out here. So a really good option is literally right here. Go straight into this area right here. I think that will be perfect for New Romney. So I will be attempting that. So that should be, yes, that should take one episode. And then I'll get on with this. By the end of the next episode, the plan is I should have New Romney and Lichfield hooked up to the freight network, meaning that I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my 24 towns hooked up to the freight network. I say 7. Technically, Berwick-upon-Tweed is also hooked up, so that would be 8. Downham Market is kind of hooked up, so that is 9. Ollerton is... oh dear, what is going on here? Oh dear, oh dear. Ollerton is also hooked up, so that is 10. Really, I have 10, but 7 properly done. I'm going to have to go around fixing a lot of stuff, it seems. No, that is... I did that. Even Croydon is sort of hooked up to a freight network. It just isn't everything. So, yes, I'll have 7 proper goods yards. And let me just have a quick look at the towns, the number of towns. That should just be in the statistics here, right? Global town, no, game. No, by the way, if someone wants to know how long I've actually spent playing this, there you go. That is how long I've spent playing this game. This one map, by the way. The town, there we go. 26 towns. So, of the 26 towns, I have 7 connected. Which is not bad. That is, what, 27, 28%? I think 28 or 29% of the towns connected. And in all honesty, I don't think West Bromwich will be too difficult to connect, nor will Attleborough. So that can easily be 10. Barnstaple may be a little more difficult. So we'll have 10. Bentham can be connected to. That will be 11. Those will be the easy one. As I said, Berwick-upon-Tweed sort of is done, but I want to do it properly to make that a proper 12th one. Similarly, Downham Market, I need to do something properly there. So that is probably going to take the next few episodes. As I said, next episode, this one, New Romney and that connection. Whatever comments you can come up with, please do leave them. They will be very much appreciated. The following episode, I think I will work on West Bromwich and Attleborough. Yeah, West Bromwich and Attleborough the following episode. Might try and do Bentham as well. Bentham and Alford can be the episode after that. Yes, that will be good. So the next 3 episodes, there we go. There's the plan for it. Thank you very much for watching. Let's take a screenshot of some of the stuff that I've done today. So this looks sort of reasonable. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Actually, I've got a better idea. Yep, this one will be what I'm going to show. It's only going to show a little bit, but this is what I'm going to show. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Any suggestions you might have. As I said, the comments regarding, or any comments regarding the bridge and the viaduct will be very much appreciated. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. Link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from me. I'm just looking for the right moment to take a screenshot, and I shall see you next time in Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series.